Hey, my Kwababa family, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name doesn't matter as much as the tea I'm about to spill, so sit down, get comfortable, because today's episode of Kwababa was, and I don't say this lightly, a lot. Okay. A lot. For those catching up, Kwababa is set in Sawawa, Diepkloof EXT, and it follows Zwelakhe Mackay's, the firstborn son who's stepping into his role as Inkosana, and his relationship with Bahumi Motanang. Two families, the Mackayses and the Motongs, tangled up in love, tradition, and a legacy battle that just will not let up. And honestly, today's episode reminded me exactly why I can't miss a single day of this show. Let's get into it. Scene 1, the Mackay's homestead, morning. We open at the Mackay's home, and the vibe is already tense before anybody even says a word. You know that Kwababa silence, right, where the music tells you something's about to go down before the dialogue does. Mombokosi is up early, and she's got that look. You know the look. The I'm carrying something heavy and I don't know who to tell look. She's been sitting on guilt for weeks now, ever since that paternity secret started creeping closer to the surface, and today, she's pacing around the kitchen like the walls are closing in on her. And can we just talk about Mombokosi for a second? I have such mixed feelings about her. On one hand, I get it, she's trying to protect her family. On the other hand, girl, secrets like this never stay buried on this show. Never. So when she quietly whispers a prayer to Kathawake, to the ancestors, asking for guidance, I'm sitting there like, it's a little too late for prayers now, Mombokosi. The truth is already knocking. Zwelakhe walks in, and you can immediately see he's noticed something's off with her. He asks if she's okay, and she brushes him off with this shaky I'm fine, my son, but Zwelakhe's not buying it. He's got that businessman instinct, that reader room energy, and he clocks it instantly. I love this about his character. Honestly, he's not naive. He might be dealing with his own storm, but he still notices when the people around him are hurting. Scene 2, Dumisani's office. Cut to Dumisani. Oh, Dumisani. If you've been watching this show, you know exactly what kind of energy I mean when I say his name. He's sitting behind his desk, and he's got this smug little smile that honestly makes my skin crawl every single time. Today, he's on the phone with someone, we don't see who yet, very intentional, very cinematic, and he's talking in code. Something about finalizing the paperwork before the lobola proceeds any further. Y'all. This man is still trying to sabotage Zwelakhe and Bahumi's future. After everything. I was literally shaking my head at my screen. Dumisani hangs up, leans back in his chair, and says, and I'm paraphrasing here, that once the truth comes out about Zwelakhe's paternity, the whole Mackay's legacy is going to crumble, and he'll be standing right there to pick up the pieces. This is a man who has been playing the long game this entire season, and today it feels like it's finally about to boil over. I need you to brace yourselves because I don't think we are far from the explosion. Scene 3, the Motong home. Meanwhile, over at the Motongs, we get a much softer moment, thank God, because my heart needed the break. Bahumi is in her room, going through what looks like lobola planning notes, and she's got this dreamy little smile on her face. She's imagining her future with Zwelakhe, picturing the wedding, and for a second, the show lets us just breathe with her. But, and you knew there was a but coming, her mother walks in, and the energy shifts immediately. Her mom sits her down and gently asks if she's sure about moving forward, given everything that's been swirling around the Mackay's family lately. And Bahumi, bless her, she doesn't hesitate. She says her love for Zwelakhe isn't going anywhere, no matter what storm comes for his family name. She says something like, paraphrasing again, that she didn't fall for a title, she fell for the man, and she's not walking away just because things are about to get complicated. Honestly, I teared up a little. I did. Bahumi has grown so much this season, and moments like this remind me why so many of us are rooting for her and Zwelakhe so hard. Scene 4, The Confrontation. Okay, this is the scene we need to talk about. This is the one. Zwelakhe, still bothered by Mambokozi's strange behavior earlier, corners her again, this time more firmly. He tells her he's tired of half answers and vague prayers, he wants to know what's actually going on. And Mambokozi, she almost breaks. Her eyes well up, her hands are shaking, and for a split second I genuinely thought, this is it, this is the episode where the secret comes out. But, of course, right at that exact moment, Dumisani walks in. The timing on this show, I swear. Mambokozi immediately shuts down, plasters on a fake smile, and says everything's fine, she was just feeling emotional about the upcoming lobola. Zwelakhe clearly doesn't believe her, but he lets it go, for now. Can we talk about how infuriating it is when a show does this to us? I was on the edge of my seat, I had my hands up like no, 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 keep going, and then Dumisani just strolls in and ruins everything. 10 out of 10 dramatic interruption though, I give the writers that. Scene 5, Musa storyline. We shift over to Musa for a bit, and honestly, this subplot has been such a rollercoaster. Today, Musa is dealing with the fallout of stepping up as Inkosana material in the Makai's home, trying to prove himself, trying to carry responsibility he maybe wasn't fully ready for. He has a conversation with Solomon, who's been quietly becoming the steady father figure presence in the show, guiding Musa through some hard truths about leadership and legacy. Solomon tells him, and I love this line, paraphrasing of course, that being a leader isn't about claiming power, it's about earning trust, especially from people who've already been let down before. Musa takes this in, and you can see it hit him. There's real growth happening with this character, and if you've been annoyed with Musa earlier in the season like I was, I think today's scene might start winning some of you back. Scene 6, The Dinner Table, The Cliffhanger. Okay. Here we go. This is the scene that's going to have all of us talking until tomorrow's episode. The families gather for what's supposed to be a peaceful pre-lobola dinner, Makaizers and Motongs at one table, trying to smooth things over after all the recent drama. The vibe starts okay, a little stiff, a little awkward, but okay. Bahumi and Zwelakhe are seated together, looking every bit like the golden couple we've been rooting for. Then Dumisani, of course it's Dumisani, raises a toast. And in the middle of this toast, he starts innocently bringing up Zwelakhe's late father, needling at old wounds, dropping little comments about family secrets that tend to surface at the worst times. Mambokozi's face goes pale. Like, the camera holds on her for just a second too long, and you just know, something is about to happen. And then, the episode ends. Right there. Mid-toast, Mambokozi's glass slipping slightly in her hand, Zwelakhe's eyes narrowing at her in confusion, Dumisani smiling like the cat that got the cream. I actually yelled at my TV. I'm not even exaggerating. I yelled. My thoughts predictions. Okay, so let's talk predictions, because I have thoughts. First, I think Mambokozi is going to crack tomorrow. I don't think she can hold this secret through another dinner scene, especially not with Dumisani circling her like a shark. My guess is either she breaks down and confesses in front of everyone, which would be an absolute earthquake of an episode, or Dumisani forces her hand privately and blackmails her into staying quiet a little longer, which honestly might be worse for us as viewers because it just draws out the suspense even more. Second, I think Bahumi is about to become Zwelakhe's rock through whatever this paternity truth turns out to be. Her scene with her mom today felt like the show was setting her up to be unshakable no matter what comes next. I don't think this couple is going anywhere, but I do think we're in for an emotional gut punch before they get their happy ending. And third, keep an eye on Musa. With Solomon mentoring him, I have a feeling Musa is going to be positioned as someone who steps up big time if this paternity scandal really does rock the Mackay's household. Don't be surprised if he ends up playing peacemaker, or even ends up being the one Zwelakhe leans on when everything else falls apart. Honestly, this episode had everything: tension, sweetness, sabotage, and a cliffhanger that's going to have me refreshing TVSA for the next teaser like my life depends on it. OUTRO. Alright guys, that's today's Kwababa recap. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here because I do these recaps every single day, and drop a comment telling me, do you think Mombokosi is finally about to spill the truth, or is Dumisani going to keep her trapped a little longer? Tomorrow's episode is looking intense based on that cliffhanger, so make sure your notifications are on, because trust me, you do not want to miss this one. Until next time, my Kwababa family, stay blessed, stay dramatic, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye guys.